Now, part 5. This here is the final stretch of the event itself. This is the part that you're gonna be flying mostly on your ship. You have all of the you have most of the parts fixed, well fixed enough to make it fly and get out into space. And also you're gonna be sharpening your flying abilities in this part specifically. So, first achievement, lift off. You just have to get on your ship and get out of the planet, and you get this achievement. With it, you also get 5 storage augmentations. Though you may not want to get out of the planet yet because you need to complete the second one, the acrobat. Flew low and fast. Now, what do they mean by flew low and fast? I'll try to give a demonstration as best as I can. So, you get in your ship, you start flying around, and what you're supposed to do is to fly to while boosting, so pressing shift if you're on PC, to fly as low as possible without touching anything. You have to fly like this for 20 seconds. My recommendations for this kind of challenge is to prefer any areas that have any lakes, because you can kind of measure how low are you. If though Just as a measure for this type of ship specifically, if the feet is touching the water, then you're low enough. You should also, there's also going to be a bit of a training part because you can sharpen your skills in flying if you do this way. Anyway, let me try to find my base again. So you get it, so you get this achievement, you get Red Gold Atlas Fireworks, which just fireworks that you can place anywhere, as well as a pulse engine upgrade, which is quite nice for your ship because you're going to be using it a lot. Okay, now after you lift off the planet, one of the things that most people do is to go directly to a space station, which is the next achievement. Just go to a space station and you win it. When you win it, you get 600 nanites as well as 3 multi-tool expansion slots. Now, when you go to the vendor to use your multi-tool expansion slots, at least in my case specifically, I already had a multi-tool that was basically almost all upgraded. It had, it's this one right here. It had 9, 18, 19, it had 19 slots before, but now it has 21. But now it has 21. So I only managed to use only 2 out of the 3, and I had to sell the third one. So depending on the multi-tool that you start with, depending on the parts it has, maybe it comes with less space, you can install as much stuff. Just be assured that maybe you won't be using all of the upgrades. But also feel free to store them because maybe you can get a second multi-tool and the upgrades can go straight to it. That is if anything, just a tidbit. Okay, so you went to the space station, you apply the storage augmentations on your ship, you apply the storage augmentations on your multi-tool. What do you do next? You go to the first rendezvous point, which is the next achievement. You click on this, and it will give you a waypoints to go. You go to a secondary planet that is outside of the planet that you're already at, and it'll guide you to go to a colossal archive, which is something that you should also be guarding because that's one of the places that you're gonna be using if you find a lot of bones. You redeem your rare bones there. So you get this achievement, and you get 512 nanites as well as 5 million units. You're gonna get out rich on this expedition, let me tell you. Okay, the next achievement, Auto Diagnostic 5. Restore the Starship's warp capabilities. Now, for this one, you need to repair the frameshift catapult, the last parts on the ship. To repair it, you need 63 ionized cobalt, 3 lava cores, and 3 gravitino balls. Now, if you remember correctly, in a few achievements ago, you got some gravitino balls. So if you didn't sell them all up to this point, you're going to be using them here. As for the cobalts, you can find cobalts in any seller. So just buy it, ionize it, and then put it on the ship. Larval cores is gonna be a bit of a doozy because you're gonna need to search for a abandoned building for that. And well, finding abandoned buildings by itself while flying isn't so hard if you have a keen eye. But if you don't, what you should do is to set up your Pilgrim as a scouting vehicle. So at this point, you should be having something like this. It has all the upgrades that I told you already put, and it has all of the signal booster upgrades. With this, not only you're gonna get all the options to search around in the planet, but you're also gonna get about 300 units of search power. And this is the only kind of signal booster that allows you to find abandoned structures. If you try to use the Minotaur's signal booster, it's only gonna point you to secured structures or structures that are being watched by sentinels. So you go to an abandoned building, you get yourself 3 larval cores and manage to not die. You install it on a ship, you fix the frameshift catapult, you get the achievement with 999 nanites and a station override. Now, before I say anything, I understand that if you read the description of the station override, that it's something that you can use at a space station, but I cannot stress this enough. Please pay attention, viewers. If you get this station override, do not use it, okay? There are many other people that tried using their station overrides while the event was still happening, and when they used it, it just denied them. They basically lost it. So there are two kinds of possibilities in this case. Either first, Hello Games did not implement what kind of event was going to happen when you use your station override, so they just basically slap it's still in construction kind of cloak, and you basically lose your station override. Or B, they actually gave you a phony. So until proven otherwise, when you get your station override, stash it somewhere that you're not gonna be using for a long time. Maybe on the Pilgrim, maybe on inside the ship, whatever. Do not use the station override yet, okay? Trust me. Until other players find their use, until players can reliably get the station overrides, get the station overrides to work on space stations, and for them to show what happens when that happens, do not use yours yet, okay? I cannot stress this enough. If you use it right now, it's just gonna lead into tears. And I don't want you guys to cry because you lost your station override, okay? Trust me. Do not use it yet, okay? So, you get the station override that you should not use, and 999 nanites, which is gonna be useful if you want to buy some upgrades. Next one, Interstellar, went to light speed. This achievement you achieve when you use your warp engine to go to another stellar system that's already marked for you to go. Now for this, you should also have enough chromatic metal and condensed carbon in your inventory to craft some antimatter, as well as carbon and oxygen to craft the casings and make 5 warp juice slurps. And you put these slurps on your ship, and you travel with your ship from one system to another. I think it was a Corvette Soviet system, which is quite nice. You go to another system, you get the achievement, and for it, you get a Hyperdrive Upgrade and a specialized warp blueprints. Those are the blueprints for the cadmium, the emerald, and the indium drive to be installed on the ship. Now, as the ship is at the moment... Oh, another guy landed. Anyway, so as the ship is at the moment, at least mine, it has a bit of space, but it doesn't have enough space to put all of the... I mean, I can if I wanted to install all of the drives if I wanted, but I do not at the moment. But depending on the ship that you have, maybe you already have enough real estate to put your engines there. It's up to you, really. If you want to use the ship specifically for a flying mill when the event ends, it's up to you. So you get this achievement. So you go Interstellar, you arrive in the second system. Now what do? You get the last achievement, the Rendezvous 2. It's the same thing as Rendezvous 1, and you go to a specific system, you get to a waypoint, and then you have to use your analysis visor to get yourself throughout the verdant planet that you landed on. In this case, what you're gonna arrive at is a portal. So it's highly recommended that you put a save beacon there if you want to return to that portal, because yeah, portals are awesome. And if you completed all of this, you get not only phase 5 completed, as well as the title of Globe Master, the cartographer's expedition detailed plans, the expedition banner, customization, but also you complete the entire thing, boys. That's right. If you follow this guide correctly, you should have all of the phases completed, and you got yourself your ultimate prize, the biological horror egg. Yes, the same fuckers that attack you when you were trying to get your Halo cores now are a pet that you can use at your own discretion. Look at this beauty! Look at this little cutie! Ain't he cute? Ain't he cute? And of course, he's just a pet like the same, and you can pet him to your heart's content, you can give him food, and of course, you can also ride it. Yes. Now, I should mention that before you hatch your own cosmic horror to be your own companion, to be slaughtering things around as well as, riding on it, I recommend that you don't hatch the egg yet. You get it to the egg sequencer on the anomaly, and you pump this fucker full of oxygen. Because seriously, this thing can get enormous. I tested on another save. The thing got enormous. You're not gonna regret it if you make this thing big. Now, I should mention that this is a baby still. Yeah, this is the baby version of it. And it will take about a week for it to reach adulthood, and another week for it to reach maturity enough to also be producing eggs. So maybe if you fucked it up and laid this egg first, you still have a chance to get yourself another giant boy. Okay? So that'll be it for now. I'm not gonna be posting. I might post another one of these. There is another expedition, and I'm gonna be starting making more content around No Man's Sky. Next video that I'm gonna be planning to make, I'm gonna be explaining about some of the ships in the game as well. At least a few basics, ships that I drove, and what to look for if you're looking for a lot of inventory space. So that'll be it for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment if you have any doubts that you want me to resolve. I might do a Q&A if I get enough questions. And stay tuned for the next upload, friends. That'll be it for now. Take care, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye!